everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm glad to announce that the season has started again, hopefully all over the world. And yeah, it's a great feeling to perform again. And as you might see today, the first episode after the quite long summer break, gonna be with the incredible Baiba Skride. Is this the right pronunciation?
Perfect, absolutely
Yeah?
perfect. Baibaskride.
Baibaskride. So, and you are from, we say in German, Lettland, but what's the English?
Latvia.
Latvia. So, from Latvia. And she performed a great concert. So, thanks for this. It was a pleasure. And now I do have some questions. As you all know, this episode, the name of it is Head or Heart. And this is also my first question. Pretty simple. Head or heart?
Always the heart. Always.
To be honest, this is the first time I have someone in front of the camera saying always the heart. And I love it because I'm completely sane. So
Yeah, but that's the most important thing, isn't it?
it is. What just this phone. So yeah, I'm also always heart. And specifically, if talking about music, it's so important for me. I just need to get through to see if I feel something, or in general meeting people, whatever. So let the heart talk first, and then of course there is enough time to let this one work.
Yeah, of course you have to know stuff, but that's not what happens when you're on stage. That's all emotions and
Pure.
That's the thing which makes a magic.
That's the magic. It's all about the heart magic. Then another question I always love to ask people who like, you have sisters. I don't have any sisters, brothers, but from what I see, people with sister brothers, there are always these typical little fights, you know, like specifically
yeah, of course.
when you were kind of a kid and you had certain fights for certain really always the same things. So
yes.
did you, or do you still have the typical fights where you remember, oh God, you never change, you never will change, and this is again the same shit which you always did or do?
Well, you do grow up at some point, so we don't fight anymore about those little things, but we did have a lot of those things. I think it's also very much needed in building a relationship with your siblings.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely normal, I guess, but we did have a lot of
Something specific, like in particular, like makeup or a certain dress, or I don't know.
No, not at all. It was more about space. I mean, we grew up in
Okay.
Latvia. It was we were all in the same room, so it was sometimes about the bed, who could get the upper bunk or something like that, and it got even sometimes a bit physical. We were even
this is
girls,
cool. Oh, of course. I mean,
but that's kids. So
I imagine right now that someone always fell down because the fight was on top.
there was no physical damage, but yeah, it's absolutely normal, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Impressive. Another question. Was there any nickname, like a typical nickname, how your parents called you? My parents, they called me always, my father always called me Pchenchik, which is
Pchenchik.
Russian, because I was born in Kyrgyzstan, and it means like a little bird, like baby bird.
Oh, but that's cute.
It's cute. I'm actually David, but I mean, it doesn't suit at all. But he called me like this, so this is
No,
my...
I don't have nicknames at all. I
No,
wish
no.
I had, but I don't know. I mean, the only thing, my sister calls me Pipes, but that's the only thing which is like shortened name. But other than that, we didn't have any chance of nicknames.
No problem. We're gonna find one for the next time.
Yeah, you better do that.
Another one. Imagine the world would disappear tomorrow. Is there one thing you need to do? Like,
Yes, but that's personal.
that's personal. Okay. But it's good to know. There is one thing you need to know.
I think after all these difficult times, the one thing which is really, really good for us is listening to music and
Okay.
actually being able to enjoy something more than only your life. You
Yeah.
know, there's something bigger out there. I think that's the most important thing for
Yeah.
us now.
But definitely there is a thing. Keep it for you. All good. And another thing, was there any moment, and I'm not talking about music, is there any moment where you say this was the moment, one of the moments often, but one specific moment where you said, "Oh God, always when I remember that moment, it makes me warmth and whatever."
Yeah, I think
Heart
I'm
attacks.
lucky enough to actually have those moments in my life. I think being a soloist in front of these amazing orchestras like Gewandhaus, this is just, you come in front of them and you feel so blessed that you are there. You can actually experience all those things.
Yeah.
So it's actually, even with the Gewandhaus, when we went on tour last year in Asia, there were some amazing moments there, and there's one really funny one. I played the Vivaldi Summer
Okay.
of the seasons in Malaysia at some point when I was really young, and it actually started to storm, and the whole concerto is about storms.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. I still have the recording. It's storming exactly at the time when.
So
when
you
left
hear it
the
also on the
yeah.
recording.
Yeah, you can hear everything.
Perfect.
It was amazing.
These are the best recordings, kind of going 5D, let's say. So not only just to
Long
listen,
time
but
ago.
also more.
Yeah.
Incredible, cool. By the way, when you say this, I remember old recordings my mom she had from Leonid Kogan, for example,
Yeah.
and the studios that time they were completely shit, like not really good made, and you could hear also because it was made in Moscow, you could hear the train which is
Oh, yeah,
moving
of course.
outside, and it's so incredible. Simple question. Is there any kitchen, like any specific dish you really love? Like a dish or a certain kitchen where you say, this one I could eat every day?
Yeah, Latvian stuff. We are potato people. I love potatoes and sour cream. Sour cream has to be there all the time.
Okay,
So
potatoes and sour cream.
and sour cream, I'm
It's
cool
good.
with.
It suits good to Germany because it's also a dish in Germany, like
Yeah,
an
that's
official
true.
one.
That's true.
Good to know. And what would you do if you were not playing the violin?
This is a question I cannot answer.
Really not?
Really not. I've known myself since I'm like 3 years old. I can remember. I've always been with the violin. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe travel someplace.
Okay, we will keep this question for the next time. You got enough time to think about it.
When I get too old. Sure.
And another one is any animal you really love,
I love animals, but not close to me.
and any animal you really hate. You won't even like to see it on a distance.
Well, I used to love cats because we have had like many cats when I was growing up. But by now I hate them. But no, I don't hate anybody. I like to eat them.
Oh my God.
Well, not cats.
I mean, why not? I mean, it's a different culture, right?
No. I don't hate anything. Really not.
Okay, but a little spider.
Oh,
Spider, always
yeah.
good. Always works.
Good. Yeah.
And another question, Netflix.
Hours and hours and hours of Netflix.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite? Do you have a certain favorite series right now? Or is it a little break, summer break?
Right now, I've watched everything there is, so there is not so much. But of course, the Spanish one, House of Money.
Okay.
What's it called?
House of Money?
That was the latest.
It's a great one.
latest
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Wow.
I'm a
okay.
big fan of The Wire, but it's not on Netflix. But that's my absolutely favorite series of all time.
Well, then it's gonna be Amazon Prime.
Hopefully, yeah.
I love to watch always. Right now, I love to watch the series which is super old, named Lost.
Oh, I've watched it like 3 times at least.
And
At least
I'm really not far. I'm in the second one, and I'm slowly. It's getting weird.
I know.
Let's see.
I understand you. I get
You understand that?
Yeah.
It's sometimes like certain rehearsals, same weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah, I
something
know.
different. And now the second last question is, how to save the world? If you imagine you're God suddenly,
Yeah.
for whatever reason. There's also the movie with Jack. No, what's his name? I forgot. From The Mask.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's God. So imagine you have the power to change the world, to make it a better one. What is the thing you would do?
I would make them listen to Goodbye to Lina. No, I'm serious. Yeah, I would make them listen to. Of course, you can speak about all the needs everybody has, but I think arts is a good way to make everybody happy and kind of understanding of each other. I think that's the
It's interesting because there are really these studies on kids who are listening very early to classical music specifically. It makes something.
Of course, it
It's
changes the way the
Even
way
plants.
your brain works. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Okay, let's keep this one. And now the very most important question is, which I like, is for all the coming up musician, everyone who's standing there, maybe lost, because a lot of people, I feel, they are lost in the studies, practicing the violin, piano, whatever instrument. What would be your advice for all this coming up musician, instrument, like playing an instrument, or maybe conducting, maybe singing, to reach their aim? What's the best thing to do?
Well, firstly, in these times, of course, not losing the hope that it's actually going to be a job again at some point.
Yeah.
But I think practicing. But the really most amazing moments are the ones you have with your friends playing together. So I think as soon as you can, just get together with somebody you really love and get to play some music, and that really
The connection
helps.
between the social aspect again, actually.
Well, the music making with somebody, that is the key thing, and it's unexplainable.
It's interesting also because it's about sharing, right? And
Yeah,
sharing
of course,
is
always
and
the heart.
or the heart. And so thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot for having this pleasure to be with you, to perform with you, and also for this incredible
Lovely to
interview.
talk to you.
I hope you all love it. And so if you want to stay tuned and to see all the other coming up interviews, just click whatever you need to click and subscribe. And I really hope we're gonna see each other, meet each other again.
We will.
Soon. And for now, have a good way wherever. And thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Bye.